Shalom and good day all, this is Tihilam29 back again for another Fool's Gold review. And in this Fool's Gold review, we are reviewing Checkmate. Now, those who are new to Fool's Gold on the channel, this is how Fool's Gold works. I of course give a rating for the cover, the art and the story. As you can see, there's also a currency conversion here, and that links to the currency conversion as to how much I actually paid for this item. So as you can see, I paid $7.15 for this item. But let me add something else. I also point out how much I think this item is actually worth compared to how much I actually paid for it. Nice and simple. So starting off with, first things first, the cover. Does this cover in any way, shape or form sort of connect to something that happens inside the story? No, it really doesn't. It sort of fails quite a bit. I do like the art for this, which has been done by Malieve, just for this front cover. But I really feel that it doesn't work with the story. A bit of false advertisement, as you say. So for this, I gave the cover a 6.5 out of 10. Well, the next thing we need to work on giving a rating for is the internal art. Oh, I forgot to add something. How much I think the cover is worth. Now, with it being a 6.5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10, not a 6.5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10, I believe it is worth $1.25. So, has that $1.25 made up what I've paid for it so far? Not quite, and this is why it's in Fool's Gold. Moving into the internal art, I'll show you some art around the beginning, middle and the end, and also give you the rating and how much I think it's worth. And starting off at the beginning of the story, you can see how terrible this art is just for this particular page. Of course, we're dealing with Superman and Mark Shaw, and I really don't like this art that's being done for Superman here. This is effing terrible. Like, yes, we get to know where this is taking place. We see Superman in his costume, and of course he's in discussion with Mark Shaw, which we learnt from Event Leviathan. A terrible way to begin this book. This art for Superman could have been 10 times bloody cleaner. Alright, now to move to some art around the middle of the book. As we jump directly into the middle of the book, we can see a real huge difference compared to what you saw in the earliest part in regards to the art. Just one problem. I know this is meant to be the female Manhunter, but that really could be cleaned up a little bit more. The rest of the characters look fine. Her character, though, it's almost as if she's got like a squashed nose of sorts, and it's come out really badly. Damien here looks fine. I like what's being done with Damien. And of course, some of the other characters. And you won't believe how much this affected the rating for this particular art. Now, time to move towards the end. And last but not least, the art towards the end. Right, there are some nice shots here, but some shots don't come off as well as expected. Like, we've got this shot here connecting to the sniper assassin who's targeting, I believe, Talia al Ghul. And as you can see this part here, it doesn't really look as if he took the time to sort of like work on what the actual shading would look like for this character, setting up the shot. Then we move into the next page, and of course Mark Shaw, back again, talking to Talia al Ghul. Personally, I'd recommend Alex Maleev on the Bendis projects for Jinx World to check out his stories. To be honest, over this Checkmate. And I'd also say the same in relation to the story. If you want to really check out some really good Brian Michael Bendis stories, go to Jinx World, because you can't bank on Bendis at DC Comics. So for the art rating, I gave it a 5 out of 10, to which I believe it is worth $1. That takes us to $1.25. Now, what about the story? As you know, to those who are new to the channel, there are certain things that I like searching for in my stories. First off is, are there any particular comic references to any previous comic runs or comics in particular, or even trades? None at all, which is really disappointing. Though it would not have hurt to included it. In fact, if it had been included, the story rating probably would have been a little bit higher than what I actually gave it, including how much I think the story is worth. Now, with the time, just the way this is coming across in the story, and it always seems to be repetitive. And it's going weeks ago, today, now, weeks ago. That's the order it went in within the story. Though, I will give Brian Michael Bendis one thing. We did actually get a number of locations, which was a bit of a positive. But still, there's an effect to the score. We got Markovia, the Central Hub. We got the Checkmate HQ, the Hall of Justice. And of course, Ironhide's prison. The cast of characters being made up of Superman, Mark Shaw, The Guardian, Talia al Ghul, Green Arrow, Bones, Question, Lois, and of course, Damian Wayne Robin. This story feels like it's not really going anywhere, and this is why this category actually exists. It's not really giving us anything solid, even though, yes, there are some wonderful pictures in this. If you removed all the pictures in this, you'd probably be able to tell a better story. If you removed all the dialogue in this, you could probably tell a better story by yourself without the Bendis dialogue. To which I gave the story rating a 4 out of 10, to which I believe it is worth 90 cents overall, giving us an overall total of $3.50. Well, until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.